Hey everyone, welcome back to the Crafty Couple. If you enjoy high-end Dollar Tree DIYs, then today's video is just for you. Let's jump in and get started. For this project, we're going to be using one of these cubes and these beads from Dollar Tree, and both of them are wood. We're going to be using this golden pecan stain to stain all three of these pieces. Now this is a penetrating stain, so this is a little bit different than the gel stain that we've been doing recently, and it's a lot lighter in color. So I wanted to switch it up a little bit today and see if we keep it a little bit closer to the natural wood look, but just darken it a little bit and give it some more depth. Now this stain actually penetrates into the wood, and the difference here is sometimes it can be hard to get an even coat, especially on bigger wood pieces. It can get a little bit blotchy versus the gel stain sits on top of the wood and doesn't penetrate like this does, and sometimes that can be a little bit better for getting a nice even coverage, but you do have to be careful with the gel stain if you're unfamiliar with it. It can dry out a little bit on you and be more difficult to use. Either one can be great. We use them both when we're crafting and doing furniture. And what we're going to be creating with these pieces today is a really cool high-end modern decor piece that you could put on some shelves, maybe like a wall unit or a coffee table. Wherever you want to put it, I think it looks really high-end and beautiful. So this wood piece here is going to be the base, and we're going to start by gluing these wood beads on here. So the first thing we're going to do is take one wood bead, and I'm going to eyeball this and try and glue it just in the center of the wood cube, and then that's going to act as the base and then the first layer to our decor piece. Next, we're going to attach one of these black oval pieces, and this actually comes with two of these oval pieces with a string of beads connecting both of those, and it is labeled as wall decor from Dollar Tree. So we've actually made some other crafts with these. I will go ahead and link a video so you can check out the other projects that we did with these. But first, what we want to do is just glue that on top of the bead, and now as you can see, we're just starting to create these layers going up for this really cool modern piece. Next, we're going to just repeat the same thing that we did here, except for the top oval piece is going to be going the opposite direction. So I'm going to start by gluing one more wood bead here, and then we'll glue this second oval. Now, when I did this, I was going to do 3 layers, but it was actually pretty flimsy. So if you do this project, I would recommend spending a little bit more time and using some E6000 or something that's going to hold this a little bit stronger than the hot glue. So it was a little bit flimsy and I worried about falling apart. So just so you guys know, if you make this, which I think you should, it's absolutely beautiful. Just take a little bit more time and use something that's going to hold this for a lot longer. And then just to finish this up, we're gluing that last piece on top. Now, I think this turned out amazing. I think it looks really high-end and unique. I would love to know what you guys think, if you think it would fit in really nice with a modern setting, and if you guys like it as much as I do. I want to start off by saying I think this project is my favorite for this whole video. I think the end result is just absolutely beautiful, very classy and elegant. So let's jump in and get this going. So the first thing that we're doing here is taking one of these craft container lids and then one of these dowels, both of them from Dollar Tree. I lined up the dowel on top, circled that, and then I'm just going to put an X through here with this utility knife, and then we're going to poke the dowel down through there. Once we have that cut, we can slide that dowel in there, and then I'm just going to add some hot glue all the way around there, and then that way that's going to be a lot more secure rather than if we just tried to glue that to the top of this lid. I'm also going to flip this over and add some glue to the top, and what that's going to do is add some more stability, and then it's also going to cover up the seam that we have from where the dowel goes down through the top part there. And the last part of our structure is going to be adding one of these wood rings to the top. So all I'm doing is adding a little bit of hot glue there and then gluing that on top. Now I also kind of do the same thing that I did with the bottom. I'm going to flip this and I'm going to add some hot glue on the underneath part there to add more stability and then also to cover up the seam and hide that a little bit better. So now we want to create one cohesive look, and so to do this we're going to use some of this Even Better beige paint from the hardware store, just a little sample piece, and then some of this baking soda. So I'm going to mix this in really heavy. I want this to be nice and thick so that when we apply it, it creates a really nice texture. Now you're already going to get a texture just because of the baking soda, so you could just paint this on, but I wanted to create a little bit more texture and give it kind of a rough surface. And so I'm going to paint this on, but then I'm also going to dab it, and by doing that it's going to create more texture. Now it's really important when you are doing this, you want to make sure you're covering up the seams as best as you can. So when we're creating this texture, you're going to need to do probably 2, maybe 3 coats, because what we want to do, as you can see, there's some seams on the actual lid itself, and then when we connected the ring at the top and then the dowel at the bottom, you're going to see those seams. So to create a really even cohesive look, to make this seem like it's all one piece and we didn't add all of these different pieces together, you really want to dab that around those seams and make sure it just kind of flows together. Now once we're done with the paint, the last part of this project is to add this little glass piece. This is also from Dollar Tree, and I think this is where it really takes it to the next level. The color is just absolutely beautiful on the glass, and then this really neutral color on the structure itself, and then it also kind of matches the floral piece that I'm using here. You can use any one that you want, but I think overall this just creates a really beautiful, elegant design. For this planner, we're going to start with one of these vases from Dollar Tree and these dowels also from Dollar Tree. So the first thing that we're going to do here is measure about a 1/2 inch on each of these dowels, and then that's where we're going to have this actually stick up past the top of the vase. I will let you know, overall this didn't quite turn out how I envisioned it. I still like it, but I don't know if I love it as much as I was hoping to. So if you do this, feel free to customize it. You can also just place those right at the top of the vase, or you could have these dowels stick up even more. It's totally up to you. I feel like it's just kind of throwing me off a little bit with how far I had them stick up. It almost seemed like they should either go higher, or I should have just glued them so that they were right even with the glass vase. I don't know. You'll have to let me know at the end of this project what you think, if you end up liking it or if you agree, if it just doesn't quite seem right. I would love to know kind of your thoughts on that. To start creating our structure, we're going to glue one of these wood dowels on. So this is going to be our first leg, and all we're doing here is adding some hot glue onto it and gluing it on one side. And then we're going to use that as a reference. So for the next leg, all I'm going to do is go on the opposite side of that. So I'll look at where that's at, and then I'm going to glue right on the opposite side. And then from there, I will glue the other 2 just in between those. And that's going to create 4 even spaces. Once we have the 4 legs done, I wanted to add another piece in between all of these just to add a little bit more design to this. So I'm actually only going to have this one go from the top of the vase to the bottom. So I'm going to line up one of these dowels from the top to the bottom and then mark that, and then I'll use that as a template. So I'll go ahead and cut that piece, and then I will use that to mark all of my other pieces so they're the same length. Once we have those pieces cut, we can add those to our vase. So all I'm doing, adding some hot glue on the back, and then we're going to glue those right in between all of the legs that we have. Next, I'm going to be using some of this joint compound. Now, the reason why we want to do this is so that we can create one cohesive look. So if I just decided to paint it as is, you're going to see a lot of the hot glue sticking out from where the dowel is glued onto the vase. You're going to see gaps, and it's just not going to look as polished. You could definitely try it, but I think this is going to make it look a little bit better. And so all I'm doing is trying to get that joint compound in where the dowels meet the vase to fill in some of the gap and cover up some of the hot glue that you can see. And then we're just going to apply this all the way around, and then eventually we will sand this down so it's really smooth. You will have a little bit of texture still, but I think that adds to the overall design. Once all of that compound is dried, we're going to sand that down. So there's going to be bumps and high parts, crevices, all sorts of stuff, and we just don't want it to look sloppy like we just kind of slapped it on there and left it. So that's why we want to sand all of that down and get it pretty smooth. It doesn't have to be perfect, because what we're going to do next is use some of that textured paint that we made earlier, and this is going to be sculptor clay. It's a really nice kind of gray toned down color, and again some of that baking soda. So we're going to pour some of our paint out and then add some of that soda. Again, we want it to be really kind of heavy and textured, and then this is also going to help cover in some of those creases and make this even more smooth. And even after you apply the paint, you can do a little bit more sanding if you want to at the end. And I am doing this a little bit different than the previous craft because I don't want this to have quite as much texture as that one. I wanted this to be textured but at the same time smooth, and keep these strokes going up and down so it kind of flows with the rest of the piece. So I'm just applying this quite heavily all throughout it. I'm going to really try and cover up any more of those creases or crevices and make this as smooth as we can get it. And that's really it. It's a fairly simple project, takes a little bit of time, but it's quite fun when you're working with the joint compound and the textured paint. But I would love to know, what do you guys think? Do you think it turned out okay, or do you think you would change something? This project can be super easy and quick. So we're gonna start out with one of these burner covers from Dollar Tree, and we're gonna spray paint the whole thing black. Have that painted black, we're going to add some legs to this. So I thought it'd be really nice to kind of go with the black and gold theme and create something really high-end, modern looking, and I think this does just that. So we're gonna grab a couple of these handles you can get from Dollar Tree. This is gonna be gold. They do have black ones as well, but I like the contrast between the gold and the black. I'm gonna flip this cover over, and then we are just gonna simply glue these to the bottom. I'm going to line these up on the outside edges, and that's where we're going to glue these down. So you can see right here, the 2 points of the handle, I'm just going to line those up right on the edge. And all I'm going to do is use some hot glue and glue both of those sides to the bottom of the cover. Now I did want to let you guys know, the reason why we use hot glue is it saves us a lot of time when we're doing these crafts. We're not waiting for glues to dry. If you guys make some of these crafts, you're always welcome and encouraged even to use something stronger, whether that's wood glue, E6000, whatever it might be. We definitely want your pieces to last. So don't think that you have to use hot glue just because we are. You can definitely use something stronger for your own pieces. I also wanted to take a moment to thank every one of you. We really do appreciate all of your support throughout the years and all of the kind words. So thank you so much for everyone for supporting our channel. And if you haven't seen some of our recent videos, make sure to go check those out. There's a lot more fun Dollar Tree DIYs. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed today's video. Make sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon so you can be notified every time we upload a new video.